Hey guys, so today's 7 on Sunday. Actually excited about today's video because we're going to talk about the top favorite books that we bought so far in the year. Now honestly, I feel like I've had a pretty good buying year. Like I've only bought things that I've been really excited about, and I doubt any of the books like this year or even last year are books that I like actually want to unhaul, because I've really tried to make it a point that I'm only going to buy books that I know I'm extremely excited about, not just buying things on discount because they're cheap and I don't really need them, and just, you know, try to make sure the books that I'm buying are things that I know that I definitely really want to read and not just like whatever books. So I'm excited for this list, but it was also kind of really hard to pick what were my favorites that I bought this year, so I'm just excited to get into this. Definitely the #1 favorite book I got this year though is not going to be much of a shock, but it is House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J Maas, or Crescent City as we all mentioned it as. But I was so excited about this book for so long. Like, she wrote an adult book, it's going to be all new characters, and I've been very sad since Throne of Class and Akatar have finished because they were such big series in my life. But now I've got a new series that I can be excited about, and I've always got the next book to look forward to, so that's always going to be a great thing. But I love Bryson Hunt, I loved this story, and I'm just so happy I have my own copy of it. Like, this was such a great book, and I'm just so glad I did buy it and I did read it, and I just had so much fun with it. Next I want to talk about Heartstopper Volume 3 by Alice Oseman. I'm always going to be in love with this story and in love with these boys and in love with their relationship and their lives and just everything. This is such a dear graphic novel series to me, and definitely every year that I get a new one, I am just going to be so happy. I do actually have some books on this list that I haven't read yet, but I was still excited to buy them. And an example is Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. Like, this is a book I've been needing in my life for so long, and I remember too that when she first wrote Lady Midnight, the plan was to do like Lady Midnight, then do Chain of Gold, then do Lord of Shadows, then do the next one, and then do the next one and the next one. But then Cassandra Clare was really excited about writing the Dark Artifices, so this one got pushed back. And I think at that point, I'd only just reread The Infernal Devices, and I was just very excited for this story. So the fact that I've been waiting so long for it is one thing that it's just great that it's in my hands. But I actually can't read it yet because I still have to reread a lot of other books and finally catch up with everything. But also, this is just one of the most beautiful covers. Like, I honestly love how her hair looks, and I love the color scheme. It's just so beautiful and just something I'm so excited to have. And two, because it's the collector's first edition, I've got the little short story about Will and Tessa's wedding, and it just makes me so happy. The next book I want to talk about is Of Curses and Kisses by Sendaya Manon. So this is another one I haven't read, but I am excited that I own this. One, because it's got a beautiful cover, and two, it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, so it's something that I'm very keen about. Every time a new Beauty and the Beast retelling comes out, I'm gonna buy it if it sounds good. Like, if it's something that I don't think I'm gonna actually want to read, then I'm not gonna buy it. But I am still so excited. Like, I just want to read this, and I don't know why I haven't yet, but I do plan to at least some point. Like, maybe not this year, but next year at least it's gonna happen. Next I want to talk about Yes, No, Maybe So by Becky Albertalli and Asher Saeed. So one thing I'm excited about is that I got the signed edition, so this is like a legit signature, and I'm so keen to have this in the book. But I also really enjoyed this book. I actually listened to the audiobook, and I just really appreciated the characters so much, and the story was so good, and it's just one that I highly recommend. But it's just such a cute little book, and seeing the frames as they like become friends and everything, like, it's just so cute. Next I want to talk about Queen of Ruin by Tracy Banghart. So this is one that I've been needing to buy for probably the past year to a year and a half, but I finally did it. I finally have a copy of this, and I'm just beyond excited. I loved Grace and Fury when I read it last year or the year before. I actually cannot remember. Everything's starting to blur just a little bit there, but I loved it so much, and I was so excited about the sequel, and then I just never bought it. It never happened, and I don't know where the excitement that I had disappeared to, but I have this copy now, and it's making me just way more excited. So this is definitely going to be one of my favorite purchases of this year, and I do hope to get to this book this year because I just really need to know what's going to happen to my girls here, because like, shit was left on a cliffhanger and I need to know. And the last book I want to talk about today is Blood and Honey by Shelby Mchurin, because like, yes, I loved Serpent and Dove, and I read it in the last month of last year, and it was such a good book. I really enjoyed it. I love Lou and Reed, I love their relationship, I love the story, and just the idea that a witch hunter has to get into an arranged marriage with a witch, but he doesn't know that she's a witch, and I'm like, this is just like peak drama, and I'm here for it. So now we've got the sequel, and apparently a lot of people have said it is not good, and I am very concerned about that because Serpent and Dove was one of my favorite books of last year. I don't want to read a book where I'm going to be like, damn, this sucks. Like, I don't want that. So I really hope that it doesn't suck when I read it, but I'm still so glad I finally have a copy of this, and it's just so beautiful. Like, I just love it so much, and like, I'm gonna get to read this soon. Honestly, book buying is one of the best things about being a reader, because it always gives you something to be excited about, because you can be excited to read these books and then you're excited after you read the books, and it's just so much fun. But yes, these are all of the favorites I would say I've bought this year, but there is many more. So honestly, I just picked 7 random ones, but all of them I really was excited for. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this video, and please tell me some of the books that you were really excited about that you purchased so far this year, because again, book buying is just so great. It's so fun. It's a great way for us all to come together. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.